Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, we actually tackle painting the frame and getting it ready for build. So we did the swing arm, we did the battery box, we did the frame, we did every doggone little piece that needed to be painted. So let's take a look at what we did and let's get to it, and I'll show you what we did. So here's the frame itself. Looks really good. Used a Krylon satin black. Really turned out nice. I'm very happy with that. Took a lot of work, did a lot of sanding, a lot of priming, but the end result, can't argue with that. So alright, so let's see how we got to this point. So here we go. Here we have all of the parts that have been primed using gentle light, a rust converter. And you brush it on. It turns a purplish hue when it's all dry. It looks like it's streaked, but it's actually not. It's actually flat. So, but it coats everything really well, and it's primed and ready for paint now. So, I just got to paint all of these. Get a nice coat of black on them. And I saved you the tedium of stripping and sanding and cleaning all these things. But we are going to go in. It's just a quick little view of my makeshift paint booth. Nice old tarp. And I got my little hanger right there. I can move up and down and put everything on. So let's get to painting and get some color on these things. Get them ready. Here we go. Holy moly, it has been a tumultuous day in the shop. Lots of priming and sanding and priming again and checking things and then taping and getting little bitty paper towels in so I don't paint through the threads. And oh my gosh, I am absolutely knackered. So got so much done today. It's been a very busy day. Still have to paint the body of this, but I actually painted the inside silver. Thought just for fun. Figured it'd be something neat to do. A little bit different. Everything's been painted with the exception of the frame. The frame has been, I put the gentle light rust converter on it. Still have to sand it down and get it ready. Alright, so we've actually gone in there and painted. This is a fender shield. And if you can see, just very, I'm not sure if it shows up on the camera, but it has little bitty streaks here. And it's going to be underneath the fender, so it's not that big of a deal, but that's kind of what I was looking at using the gentle light. It kind of streaks a little bit like that, so highly recommended to sand it down. But here is the finished battery / air box. Looks nice and clean. And got a silver interior, so just a little something different, but looks really nice. Happy with that, very happy with that. So let's get some paint. We're going to start painting on the frame now, so let me get that done. All right, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Beautiful, nice primer coat. Oh, it looks good. Very nicely done, nice and smooth. All that extra sanding was worth it. Nice and smooth. I like it. One. Okay, so we've got our paint booth set up. Got our frame ready. We're going to paint it upside down first, make sure we get everything covered. And once we do that, we'll wait about 5 minutes, put a little second coat, turn it all over, spray the top, and then once everything's done for dried for 24 hours, we'll come and put a top coat on everything, and then we should be done. So let's get to it. Okay, so we've got the two skim coats on the bottom, and we waited about an hour, and it's dry to the touch. And the instructions on the can say that we can handle it now. So we're going to go in there, we're going to flip it over, we're going to put two coats onto the top and let it dry for another hour, and then we're going to put a final coat for the whole thing. So let's do it. Okay, so we've done two coats on the top, just little skim coats, and we let it dry for about 2 hours now. And so it's cured, so what we're going to do is flip it over, and we're going to put a medium coat on the bottom side, and then we'll let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow we'll come back and put a top coat on the top side. So let's flip it over and get to the bottom side. Okay, so we've had this drying for about 24 hours now. You see wardrobe change. So we're gonna put on the top coat on the top here, and I've already shook up my paint. Let's get painting. Well, here we have the final painted version. Everything's good, nice and clean. Beautiful paint job, if I do say so myself. Looks all good. We can start putting on some of the little bobs and stuff right here for the seat, things of that nature. But it looks nice to me. I like it. I like it. Try not to trip over everything here. Look at that. Since I was already set up to do paint, figured I'd go ahead and get the gaskets and put a layer of copper spray on those. It's not necessary, you can do it without. I just prefer to do this because it makes it easier should I need to go in there and fiddle about in any of the side cases or anything. It makes it easier to get them on and off without ripping them and tearing them up and having to buy a new gasket set. So I went ahead and did some copper on them.